Hey everybody. Hey everybody, welcome back to Rebootleggers. It's a comedy podcast where we help Frank with his consumption.
I'm doing better.
And we reboot the movies and the books and the TV shows. I'm Scott Owen.
Everything, really, I think you meant.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm Frank Serra.
And you can really think of us as your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles of rebooting, except we have no ninja skills or turtle DNA, and
there's only two of us.
And it's just the two of us, and we make a podcast and don't live in a sewer.
Mm-hmm. We're raised by a rat, though.
We're both raised by two different rats.
Separate rats. Two different. Super big coincidence. It's actually how we met.
Yeah, we're at the Raised by Rats Club.
At the Raised by Rats support group.
RBR. 2017. You going this year?
I still can't throw away cheese even when it's old.
Yeah, you going this year?
Yeah. I already got my ticket.
It's gonna be.
I don't want to name a city because then that's gonna make it seem like that city's for rat people.
Oh, good point.
I got my ticket to the convention.
I think it's gonna be on a cruise this year.
Right out on the ocean where all the rats go.
A Carnival cruise. Yeah,
they love it.
And then they all escape the ship.
Remember to pack fresh food because it's all rotted on the ship because of the rats.
Rats don't rot food; they just eat any food.
Yeah, like they don't the cruise line doesn't care.
Oh, I see. I see. So the rats will eat anything.
Yeah, they don't care.
They're skimping and saving.
Yeah, I'm bringing some vegetables that are just for me.
Anyway, big day for us. Book 4.
Speaking of rat people,
we're finishing off our series of children's book reboots. City of Gears and Iron, Part 4.
City of Gears and Iron, Book 4. Last week we
established the parts are now called books. Because we keep calling them the books.
Yeah.
And we're finishing off in the City of Bones, a reboot of The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. Carl with an E at the end of it. Carl has an E at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
And to summarize, this is a book where a caterpillar wakes up, he eats a lot of different foods, and then he becomes very fat. And then
from the junk food,
just from apples and pears and plums and stuff. A lot of fruit.
No, he eats like Swiss cheese and junk, and then he gets chocolate.
He gets real fat, and then he becomes a butterfly.
Yeah, well, then he feels sick
in cocoons,
and then he eats vegetables, and then he turns into a butterfly because now he eats vegetables, like all the kids are supposed to do.
I don't think that's what happens in the book.
I don't know. Either the book is about eating healthy or it's...
I don't think... that's one of the weird things about it. It's just like, here's a caterpillar, ate a lot, now he's a butterfly.
Yeah, I mean, your target audience is, I guess, 4-year-olds, so you don't really need to have anything going.
Not a lot of morals.
Strong motif-wise.
Yeah, and, I mean, it's very wonderfully illustrated. Eric Carle has a very specific style that the children love.
Some bold watercolors.
Bold. It's like if they took water and then they got a sponsorship from Doritos.
Yeah. Oh.
For a nice bold
put that
color.
in your back pocket.
You want the City of Bones to be brought to you by Doritos?
We can just take the City of Bones and make it a kind of
flavor blast it.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna get started. I guess, right?
Yeah. So to recap,
because the Hungry Caterpillar is 3 sentences long.
Yeah, the Very Hungry Caterpillar is very short. Where are we at in the story of the City of Gears and Iron at this point?
All right, yeah, let's walk it through. So, City of Gears and Iron, Book 1: space.
The Generous
City
Ent.
of the Generous Ent, right? So
it's Generous Ent, City of Gears and Iron, Book 1.
Yes. Yeah. It's specific first and then series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So in the Generous Ent, we had the boy, we had the Ent, he was a tree. There's the last tree in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the whole kingdom. We didn't really specify. I don't think.
Yeah, it was kind of a kingdom
really
city hybrid.
Yeah. So then, the boy wants to get the tree free, and then he chops it. There's other stuff going on. What happened in that episode?
He joins a rebellion.
That's right.
And to overthrow the king, his father, I think. And then he ends up chopping down the tree, which frees it from its rooted position, and it lets it run away.
Yeah, so it runs away, and then the boy says, "I need to chase my friend, the generous tree person."
and he shows up in the City of Ash.
Book 2.
Book 2, The Little Engine That Could, City of Ash. Actually, I think all the books after that one are just called The Cities. City of Ash is book 2.
Yeah. Yeah, City of Ash is the City of Gears and Iron, book 2.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a machine robot city powered by the little engine that could, enslaved the little engine that could.
Forever chugging in a circle, just chugging along.
He's, what is that called?
Chugging.
Infinite power machine.
Perpetual motion machine.
Perpetual motion machine.
Yeah, the little engine that could is the greatest source of energy.
The little engine that could did, and then never stopped.
The little engine not only could, but did. The
little
engine who can't not. The little engine who can't
he will.
The little engine who
just get all this out. Yeah, that's good.
The little engine who shan't.
Who should.
Who shan't.
Yeah, well, he did. He shan't no more.
The little engine
not.
who won't shan't. Who shan't not couldn't.
So he was trapped in a loop, little engine.
Little engine.
So then the boy...
But let's be clear, the little engine is still a train engine, so it is, in fact, big. Just, little.
Yeah, it's big.
Relative to trains.
Like, people ride on it.
People can ride on it. It's just small for a train, I guess. But
yeah.
Big heart.
Yeah, it's small for a train, but still big for like a people.
And a big heart.
Huge heart. That's kind of the point, actually.
You got the cholesterol.
So then the boy guest characters Frog and Toad from Frog and Toad.
Frog and Toad, our New York boys.
And a robot named Fives. They break out the little engine that could.
With the boy.
And then the little engine that could agrees to be the power source for the boy's rebellion back home, but this time he's not a slave. He's like choosing to do it because it's good. Even though he really just went from
0 to hero.
Six of one, half a dozen of the other, kind of.
Yeah.
But now they appreciate him, which I guess is all he really wanted.
Yeah, now he's part of a team. He's not being used. He could leave if he wants. They gave him tank treads so that he can come and go as he pleases. And he does produce Campbell's Cup to go.
Oh, that's right. We did determine that the off-putting of his power generation was Campbell's chicken noodle soup in those microwavable to-go cups.
Yeah.
Now, when he was in the Robot City, that was just considered straight organic waste.
Yeah, organic waste.
In our burgeoning rebellion in the City of Gears and Iron, they love it. They just chop that stuff up.
They love it so much because it is very delicious, hearty chicken noodle soup.
And it's always the right amount of hot.
Piping hot makes something sound amazing just because it's piping hot, even though you never want to eat a piping hot thing.
No. I don't want soup to burn the insides of my skin.
No, but calling it piping hot makes it, for some reason, so appealing.
It's a mystery.
Like, why is it piping? Is that like a reference to teapot? Like, is that the sound with the pipes?
Yeah, probably like, ooh.
I don't want my mac and cheese
when I turn on the hot water in my shower and it's cold, and then it like makes the pipes scream.
in protest. Okay, so yeah, they save the little engine, they go back, and then
Book 3, City of Dreams.
Yeah, they win the rebellion finally, and the little engine also provides some very good like regular batteries for that city so that he can leave.
Yeah.
They get where Frog and Toad do not return to the City of Gears and Iron with them. They go off to their own adventure. So this is a couple years later, I think. The boy hears from them that the Ent might have been spotted in the City of Dreams, which was our reboot of Where the Wild Things Are.
By Maurice Sendak.
Arguably the most popular children's book of all time. That's about a book about a naughty boy. Frankie, tell it. I'm doing a really bad job.
Yeah. We covered. I mean, we covered the real book's plot.
Yeah,
I
didn't even mean to cover the real book's plot.
Yeah, so the City of Dreams is led by. It's a city that's run by a reality warping device.
Yeah.
So the current king is actually a pretty good king, and he makes it like a futuristic, like good, clean, happy city. But then a very naughty boy named Max, he takes the device and he makes the city into a like wild, overgrown
jungle town.
Place full of monsters. All the townspeople are transformed into monsters so that he can be naughty and disobey his bedtime and say cuss words and push people down to the ground and all those things that naughty boys want to do.
Yeah.
So then there's an ensuing kind of fight where the boy and I think Fives is Fives the robot is still with him, right?
Yeah, Fives is kept him chilling.
Yeah, so Fives the robot man and the boy they enter the City of Dreams, and they befriend some of the monsters that still are able to speak and stuff and haven't gone completely wild. They storm the castle to take back the reality device. That's when they find out that it's this little boy Max. They have to figure out how to deal with it. They eventually get control of the city back. And Max is okay because he's still a little boy, so he can't die. It's PG-13.
Yeah, they break Max out of it by feeding him the Campbell soup to go.
Movie 3 does use our
one F word.
Our one PG-13 F-bomb. Mm-hmm. Yep. We already locked that in.
So get ready, kids. Parents, you're gonna plan accordingly.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get some really bad marks on Common Sense Media.
Meh. Common Sense Media can coming
out hard.
Common, shut up.
Come get us. So then that leaves us. So the generous Ent.
Yeah, we find out the generous Ent was there though, but he left with a wild thing.
Completely unexplained.
Yeah, he was there. He left with a wild thing and has gone to the City of Bones.
The boy. Fives, is Max with them? I think Max stays back at the city.
Max stays back at the city and becomes a regular citizen again.
So the boy and Fives the pooping robot. This is canon, and unfortunately, we can't get away from it.
Yeah,
they set their sights
some decisions
on
were
the
made
final
in
destination.
An early book that maybe we can find a way to fix it. I don't know.
Fives the robot does poop.
He does. He's the only.
But
robot
we decided.
Who does.
We decided that he doesn't poop. He just poops
chocolate.
Like,
I don't know why we have to keep revisiting this.
No, he eats whatever food is around and doesn't process it, and then just dumps it back out on the ground.
Yeah, I don't know why we had to keep bringing it up.
Well, it's canon. We can't let the viewers, miss out on this.
Yeah.
So he's chugging a bunch of soup, and then it just opens the hatch, and there's just soup on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But Fives believes that he ate because he's malfunctioning.
Yeah, he's a broken robot.
Mm-hmm. He's comic relief. That's part of the reason, because the boy is just so grim and serious all the time.
Is angsty AF.
Yeah. He's your classic YA fiction protagonist.
Yeah, he's got at least 2 love triangles going, I think.
Mm-hmm. And then 2 of their ends touch and kind of make a bow tie shape.
Yeah, he's in a love.
He's the center of a love
hexagon, even. A love dodecahedron. There's like a big old D12 of
like a rhombus on one end, and then kind of
you've got like the pentagon with a
and so that's weird. The pentagon is a node in the love pentagon.
Right,
he loves the building. Yeah,
yeah.
It's weird. It gets weird. So now we're in the final step, the City of Dreams. So we already, throughout there, we're doing. It's what I say?
Dreams. You said dreams.
I did say dreams. We're at the City of Bones now.
City of Bones. And let me tell you about the City of Bones. It is popping off. Neon lights. Deep bass beats at all times.
Yeah, the bass drops about once per minute of film that we're going to use.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we can use that really well. Yeah. Where, there's a build up, and then, a fight happens, and then the bass drops. You get a lot of that.
Yeah.
So the City of Bones, so let's talk about the very hungry caterpillar was hungry, and so he ate.
Yeah, he
just kept eating until he got big. So I'm thinking that representative of this, the City of Bones would kind of be like a hedonist utopia.
Yeah, I love that. It's like gluttony and just rules. And
then boning. But
and also it's every version of every possible meaning of City of Bones. So
yeah. So there's boning. This
is where you go to die.
Dead skeleton people. Yeah, there's death.
This is where you go to die. This is where you go to ham bone. And to bone down and
musically
bone up for a test. That's a thing that people say, apparently.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out how to work that one in, because all the rest of them are like having fun.
Apparently, making a mistake used to be called pulling a boner.
Pulling a boner. I think that means something different in the City of Bones.
Pulling a boner.
So let's talk about the boy in Fives.
Frank, do you know how many districts are in the City of Bones?
How many?
69. Yeah, get that cackle out.
That's good because it's the sex number.
Sex number, indeed.
We're not going to make 69 of them, though. We're just going to make...
No, I'm not going to talk about the individual districts. But if I were to talk about the individual districts, it wouldn't be... You know, you've got your... You know, at the...
Is each district a different meaning, a different interpretation of the word boning? Like, is
If I could come up with 69 different meanings of bone, then yes.
Is this like Circles of Hell, kind of, where it's different... Yeah.
If I could, we'll say yes. I was going to say there's, you know, the manufacturing district, the textiles district,
I mean, bone
shipping.
textile.
Yeah, there are a lot of scrimshaw.
Oh, because there's something we haven't talked about, which is that a number of the residents of the city of Bones
are whales.
going to be skeletons.
Oh.
Because it's the bones, it's bones.
Yeah, scrimshawing was specific to whale bones, I thought.
It is, but so then if a skeleton man gets a tattoo, is that not just scrimshaw?
Yeah, we're scrimshawing on them skeletons for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so...
And you can get some cool ink.
Yeah, hold up. Okay, so let's... So skeletons...
There's skeletons.
Studying.
Studying.
Making mistakes.
Sexual.
Sexual boning. Dying.
But then I think there's got to be some, like, eating has nothing to do with bones, but that's what the hungry caterpillar does, right?
Oh,
like,
everybody's eating and just chomping down.
Yeah, like it's kind of like a 100%. It's like Party City, USA, but if the building was actually like its name.
Instead of selling party decorations, it's an actual, like, off the wall
like
club.
Party, yeah. It's like if the name was real.
Do you guys not have a Party City out in Ohio?
The retail outlet?
Yeah, Party City does sell party decorations out here in the West. I don't know what you guys got out there.
Yeah. No, I was just saying, like, if
Party City USA was
if a building
location.
says Party City on the front, it sounds like you're gonna walk in and there's gonna be a party, right? Yeah, but there's not. It's just it should be called, like, building a party supplies.
Yeah, it should be called Party Supplies, not actually a good time in here.
Yeah. Yeah, no fun.
Party Supplies, nope, just Party City, nope, just buying them. Don't have a good time here.
It's just called Party Supplies, that's it.
Sorry, Party Supplies only, no party in here.
Oh, that was a really good bit that we did with that name. So there's gonna be just partying all the time in the City of Bones.
Yeah, partying, eating, little bit of studying, depending on what.
A little bit. I think let's make it a caste system in which there's, like, partying tests.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. You have to study
they're
for
like trials.
Yeah, you're studying. The studying is studying how to party. It's not
like how to get the hardiest.
You're not studying for your econ exam. You're studying for the economics of partying planning.
Yeah, you want to graduate hardy cum laude.
Yeah, you want to graduate from Party State. I don't know.
You want your GPA to be a 4-point rage.
4-point rage. A rave .0.
Okay, that was better. Edit me out.
Nope.
You want a GPA of rave .0.
Yes, and you want to get. So what are the grades? What are your, like? We don't have letter grades.
No. So I mean, you've got. I guess we'll list them.
So you've got
from worst to best.
You've got bumping, popping.
Well, so wait, the lowest grade you can get is still bumping. I thought it would be like party. Pooper,
I'm not going in any specific order. I'm just thinking of party terms. So
we're just gonna
pooper for sure. Party pooper.
Yeah, that's a low one.
That's the failing grade. You're a friggin' pooper.
Mm-hmm. Fives isn't gonna do hot.
Fives is actually pretty stoked about that grade.
Bumping I liked.
How about foul? Party foul?
Party foul is another, that's like a D. Yeah.
You're still part of the party, but you did make a mistake.
We're not going to kick you out. Crashing?
Crasher. Party crasher. Is a C?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. And then we got, I think I like bump it for B because it's B for bumping.
Yep. And then
popping off. You don't have to do alliteration.
Popping off is A.
Popping off? I like that.
You're popping off. Or blowing up. Off the chain?
Off the chain is an automatic one. Is a 100.
Off the chain is extra credit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Off the chain is like taking the AP test.
And that's
like
just yeah, that's like one step above an honor student, and an honor student
yeah. You're just off the chain. So does the boy need to pass these trials? Does he need to fight?
Oh my gosh, does he
need
join a
to fight?
party frat?
Mm-hmm.
Does the boy have
in order
to
to find the
party
end?
School?
Oh, in order to find the end, he needs access to the City of Bones University Library.
And it's just like in the streets, just like it's like Mardi Gras turned up to 11.
But all the time.
And it's not, I want to be clear, it's a little bit tasteful, but sometimes it's not. And like, don't hold it against us. Not everyone can be their best self when they're partying. Like, and it's all about just letting go. So it's not all just douche bros there, but there's going to be just like one or two. And we're going to try, we try to keep them out, but it's hard.
But what do you want? I mean, the party has to keep going.
Right. We can't stop the partying.
Is it night all the time once you enter the City of Bones?
Night all the time, neon, black lights all the time, like glowing teeth.
Nobody can see where the speakers are, but there's always like the speakers are everywhere.
So then the dark underbelly of this is that you party until you die, and then the caterpillar consumes you.
Mm-hmm. And then your skeleton is all that's left, and your skeleton
becomes a skeleton person that keeps partying.
Like a servant, right? Like your skeleton, like
a party servant,
cleans up the puke, and like gets more drinks.
Yeah, your skeleton becomes the party servants.
Yeah, you're bound eternally by the caterpillar.
But the skeletons are like, they're bumping a bit too. They're having a good time.
They're allowed to enjoy themselves.
Yeah, they're allowed to, partake of the fruits as long as they're also providing a service. Mm-hmm. They're not going to get scrimshawed just to not also party.
Yeah, the skeletons are partying, but then like once someone breaks a glass, like the skeleton that's there has to clean it up.
Yes, he's like, oh, I got to stop partying real quick, and he just
I got to handle this.
He eats it. No, because then it would just fall out of his bones.
It would just fall through. He has to clean it up.
He's got to clean it up. He's got a trash bag on his back.
So the boy and Fives are gonna meet a skeleton that helps them.
Oh, you know they're gonna meet a skeleton that helps them, and her name is going to be
Clax.
Clax is good. Clax is good. We'll call her
because of the xylophone ribs is what I was doing.
Yeah, that's good. Now Sharon the Wild Thing from the previous book is not here, right? Because she turned out to be Max's mom, and she's going to stay and take care of her good, sweet son.
That is correct. Max is staying back with Sharon the Wild Thing.
Did they bring the little engine to the City of Bones?
They probably drove the little engine that could to the City of Bones.
But the little engine was maybe like, I can't go in there. He's in there.
Yeah, that's so, and it's like never like. It would be so easy for the little engine that could to just explain what's happening, but instead he goes like, "No, I can't go in that."
Instead the little engine puts them in his cannon and shoots them out so that they land in the middle of the City of Bones.
Oh hell yes! And they hit a skeleton and like break apart all the bones.
Now, can I talk?
And then it's like, and then all the bones come back together, and it's like, "Hey man, that wasn't cool."
Can I talk to you about this? Is the City of Bones built atop the hungry caterpillar, constantly moving and worming its way through the wasteland?
Is it a world city on top of a giant worm? Yes, it is, because that way you have to feed the worm to keep the party going.
When people die, they get put into the feeding mechanism, which is just like a big slide that slides down in front.
Big crazy straw that goes to the worm's mouth.
Yeah, right into the caterpillar's mouth. Now the caterpillar,
but like a theme park slide, but it's a crazy straw for the worm.
And it is just dead bodies flying down there. Mm-hmm. Nobody he just a couple drunk people do fall down it. Like, you get maybe 30 slide deaths a year, and that's an acceptable loss for the City of Bones.
There's always more partiers, and that's what they do. They roam when like it's kind of like a roaming carnival. Like when the party comes near you, people just like jump on the worm. That's also That's also another. That's also another sex thing that they call it. They call it jumping on the worm. So I did call it a worm like 5 times.
But it is a caterpillar.
It is a caterpillar.
A caterpillar is a kind of they're similar,
Yeah. Any scientists can just not tweet us. We know.
We know. I mean,
they're the same.
Yeah. So the boy does have to enroll in
Party U.
Celebratory state. Nah, Party U is good. Fiesta State. What's another word for party? Let me just hit thesaurus.com real quick.
We got Rager. We got Festival.
Rager's good.
Hoopla. We got
synonyms for party.
Gala.
Festivity, reception, at home. What?
That's not a thing. That must be a joke.
At-home. Okay. Dinner. Carousing. That's fun. A carousal. A blowout. Oh, blowout. Now.
Oh, the boy tries to get into Party U and gets bounced, and then he gets into Carousal Community College.
Carousal Community College. Oh, that's so good. Carousal Community. And there is...
Yeah, try C.
Man, some of these synonyms for party are totally written by some downers. And then, okay, let me just...
Alone at home, like that.
But let me just hit you with these. So we've got function, gala, luncheon, and then somebody slips one in there, orgy.
Oh. None of the schools are named that.
None of them, no, but they do. There is a major. Each of them has like an orgy major, probably.
Yeah.
Like this is the city of bones. There's gonna be sex, everybody, and we won't apologize for that because it's part of.
Yeah, we won't apologize for it, but pursuant to the MPAA, we will not be showing.
We will shamefully hide it because it is a shameful act that no one but your partner and the Lord should see. Mm-hmm. But also, we will have an entire city where it happens a lot. You just won't see it.
Yeah, it'll be there.
It'll be there. Oh, you'll know it's there, and
in the unrated director's cut, there'll be like a widescreen that's just like a little bit in every single scene to the left and to the right, out of frame. Just like just doing it.
1/3 of a butt on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll allow it. What's a coffee clatch? Apparently, that's a party.
I don't want to know what that is.
Clatch with a K.
So the boy gets into Tri-C, and he gets placed. He actually, I think his first trial is pooper because he's such a downer, and he gets put into remedial raging.
Yeah, and he does rush a frat, and we'll call that frat
We can just make them like the party men.
Beta Rho Omega, and then it's bro.
He accidentally rushes a skeleton frat.
Skeleton frat, and so in this hold up. Are you telling me people go through Party U, college, whatever, once, then when they party so hard they die, their bones get to go through again to learn how to be good bone servants?
Yeah, because skeleton partying is completely different.
Completely different. So he enrolls in...
It's basically graduate school.
He accidentally rushes a bone frat, and it is Beta Omega Nu Epsilon. It just spells bone. Maybe it's Beta Nu Epsilon.
And they all call themselves the boners.
They totally call themselves the boners. It's okay. So here's what it is.
So are we just making a comedy?
Yeah, this one's a comedy. This one's for sure a comedy. But let me tell you, the frat is Beta Nu Rho, BNR, boner.
BNR, and then they call themselves the boners.
They call themselves the boner house.
Yeah. Boner house.
That really got me. I'm 12 years old.
So the boy needs to learn how to party, right? And so Fives, I think, wants to help him. Fives thinks he's good, but he's only like a C student.
Dude. Yes. Okay, sorry. You continue where you're going, and I have something good in my pocket.
No, that reaction. Yeah, hit me.
So they're like, what is their goal when they get here? They're like, we got to find the Ent. Maybe they find out the Ent has been imprisoned in the center of the city that only the top boners
graduates
can go to.
Yeah.
Top partymen. And so he, accidentally rushes Boner House. But then he discovers, he learns that the boners really have more to teach him than anyone else. And then he can learn how to become an unnoticed skeleton servant at the biggest party in the city. So he can infiltrate it. He'll wear one of those like black jumpsuits with the skeleton bones painted on it.
Like a Wedding Crashers t-shirt, but skeleton.
Yeah, but it's like a full bodysuit where it's like the bones painted on.
Oh, like them bones.
You get it.
Yeah, we'll put that video in the description. It's a good one.
Yeah, I don't know that video, so I'll have to find it and put it in the description, I guess. Is it bones dancing? people dressed in bones?
It's a man that's pretending to be Bones, and he's dancing.
Them Bones video?
Them Bones.
Them Bones
Maybe it's them. I'm not sure.
Alice in Chains?
No, completely
The Skeleton
different.
Dance. Now, you're talking about that bone, them dry bones?
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
We'll figure it out. The boy discovers that the only way to gain access to the center of the city is to be an unnoticed skeleton servant. So does he make the ultimate choice to die for the party?
No. He's just wearing the jumpsuit. That makes him look like Bones.
He's wearing a jumpsuit that makes him look like Bones. But then there's a bunch of funny stuff where someone says like, "Oh, you're a skeleton man. Here, chug this napalm." And then he has to like, "Oh, like I'm full. I'm not thirsty. Thank you."
Thank you. I will.
Because they want him to do skeleton things.
Yeah, they want him to do skeleton things.
It's like, here, let me play on your xylophone ribs, and he's like, "Oh no, I can't." They're very sensitive.
And they're like, "Hey, how come when you drink it doesn't fall out of you?"
Yeah, and he goes like, "Oh, I put a plastic bag in there to catch it all."
Yeah, I'm very economical. And the one's like, "How come I can't see myself when I put my hand behind your bones?" And he's like,
"Oh, it's just so dark in here. I gotta go.
So dark in here. Okay, bye.
I gotta pee. I mean, I don't have to pee."
This is where he meets. This is where he meets Clax.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right.
And
Clax knows that he's not a skeleton.
Clax, she does figure it out.
She figures it out.
She figures it out, and she keeps it secret and helps him learn how to be the best skeleton partier servant ever, which will then let him infiltrate the biggest party. Now, in the book, the Very Hungry Caterpillar does metamorphosize into a very hungry butterfly, or just a butterfly?
Mm-hmm. Just a butterfly. And that's kind of the end game, is when he reaches a critical mass of party power, he will transform into a flying giant butterfly party city.
Will he shed the city off his back as part of the cocoon? Or
he'll squirm right out.
So then the city will become abandoned.
In a quite literal sense, the party will be over.
The party will end. That is their, like...
That's their
religion. Yeah, their religious end of the world. We party until he who devours flies away
from the skluff.
That which squirms becomes that which flaps. Squirms no longer.
And in this Very Hungry Caterpillar, he's not gonna make a metapod, and he's not gonna gestate, and he's just gonna poop off of his old skin.
Well, no, I was
be a butterfly.
I was going to say the opposite. I was going to say the climax of this movie. So, like, halfway through the movie, the city does finally stop moving, and like the ground becomes very hard. Up to this point, it was just like a big squishy thing,
like a bounce house, but all the time.
I was going to say bounce house, yeah. And so then it becomes hard, and they're like, "Oh no, we don't have much time left." So then the climax of the movie will be the collapsing city on this cocoon that is falling apart after he swims out.
It's just like that rock movie San Andreas, of just like,
yes, or like 2012 when John Cusack is driving the limo through the through the breaking city. It's gonna be like that.
Twister,
or like The Day After Tomorrow.
Yeah. It's just like Mark Wahlberg in The Perfect Storm.
It's just like Gerard Butler in Geostorm.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so he's gonna find the ant who has been rerouted.
Yes,
providing
because the party needs
the ant has been providing the pupa shell somehow. He like crafts the
I was
cocoon.
gonna say that they planted him because he's a generous ant, and they really, really needed apple juice to make hard cider.
Oh, for sure. He does make hard cider.
Yeah, so he's like the hard cider champ. They didn't have hard cider for like a couple decades until he showed up.
Mm-hmm. They did have every other kind of alcohol, but hard cider was where it's at.
Yeah. And he ran away because he wanted someone to appreciate him.
Yeah, it turns out he wasn't looking for other ants. He just wanted, he wanted to be appreciated.
He wanted to be valued.
And the boy realized, like, he didn't value the generous ant. He took advantage of him, and they're going to have to reconcile that. They're going to have to make up. And they will.
Yeah. I think the boy's going to drink some of the cider and be like, he's going to sip it at a party, and then just be like, oh my God, it's him.
And then they're going to go back and live happily ever after. Now, before we wrap this up, we've got a few minutes left. I do want to address a gaping hole in this movie, and that is Frog and Toad. What are they doing in this story?
Yeah, what are they doing? That's a good question, because they just kind of show up twice.
Are they just rushing the house also? Like, are they...
Oh. No, they... okay, maybe they're rushing it because that might play out better. But what if they just show up and everyone starts cheering because they're alumni?
I was going to say, yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. What if they already graduated?
They're like legendary alumni
Frog and Toad
and they have their stuff on the wall.
Are legendary in the City of Bones. They know how to bone in every single form of the word.
Every single district reveres them.
Every district loves Frog and Toad. They're basically the mayor if the mayor, it wasn't the caterpillar.
But it is.
Yeah, but it is. So Frog and Toad, and that's the way they like it. You know, they don't want any responsibilities. But they do want to help the boy because they are actually good, despite being very good at bone activities. Mm-hmm. And I do want to stress too, the people in the City of Bones are not evil. The caterpillar might be for what he's doing to them, but the
caterpillar does want to consume the flesh of the mortals. Yeah.
Yeah, but the people just want to bone down. And bone up.
They just want to get away from their problems. That's why they ran away from their cities and jumped on the worm.
Yeah, this is where you go when you're ready to die. But before you die, you want to party like you've never partied before for as long as it takes until you die.
Yeah.
Just jamming the food in your mouth.
Dude, so much Cheetos and like flaming hot Cheetos and Doritos.
Oh, so good.
Is this entire party sponsored by Lay's?
No, it's sponsored by Doritos is
owned by Frito-Lay, yeah.
They are?
Yeah.
Is Frito-Lay also owned by Pepsi? Because I thought Doritos was a Pepsi subsidiary.
No. Well, I know that Doritos is owned by Frito-Lay. I don't know about Pepsi.
It's definitely Pepsi. Doritos is an American brand of flavored tortilla chips produced since 1964 by Frito-Lay, a wholly owned subsidiary of PepsiCo. All right.
Oh, there you go.
So they are drinking a lot of different Pepsis too, and Mountain Dew. Oh, there's so much Mountain Dew.
And there's like Pepsi Crystal,
but it's mostly Mountain Dew and Doritos.
Yeah, and like Game feels pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of Code Red. All right, that.
And then there's a couple points in the movie where like characters are just like shoveling large amounts of Doritos into their mouth,
mm-hmm.
and then somebody just goes like, "It's the taste that'll get you." I don't know what Doritos says when they're in their advertising.
Slap you with that powder.
Yeah, cheese it blasts me.
That dust in my mouth, please.
Yeah. Give me that crunch. I don't know.
Can I have some of that dusty crunch right in my teeth parts?
Tang me. No, wait, that's the tagline for Tang.
Shove some of those dusty triangles in my gob.
And then there's skeletons. There's two skeletons talking, and they just say like, "God damn it, Chet. I wish that I was possible to experience Doritos."
Chet, you know what I miss most is getting some of that good Code Red and triangles in my mouth.
Yeah, and he's on his ribs. He's making his ribs a shish kebab for Dorito triangles.
Yeah, those are some soft triangles.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work.
He
has to dunk them in Mountain Dew first and get them nice and malleable.
He's using like a precision drill to like cut the holes in them.
And then just like gets it right up in there.
All right, I think this is a good point to wrap it up. Thank you everybody for joining us for our final book in the City of Gears and Iron children's book reboot series. We're very proud of this one, book 4, City of Bones. As always, if you like the show, please give us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts, which is also iTunes, whatever you want to call it. And if you know somebody who you think might like the show, please share it. We would love to see this reach more earballs. Until next time, I'm Scott Owen.
I'm Frank Serra.
And Frank, what's our password for next week?
Our password for next week is taste the crunch. Cheese.